If you don't do these two moves, you will never hit the ball solid. So in today's video, I want to simply break these moves down into easy steps so you can get incredible results like I have, literally just from hitting a couple of balls at the driving range. Now, I wouldn't just promote any training aid, especially one that doesn't work, but this is insane. It actually works. Now, you may have seen this product on the channel a couple of times, and I have to apologize to those of you who have, because I haven't given this product enough credit. I've never been able to keep my wrists hinged and controlling those hands at impact using the driver until Pure Swing Products sent me the Precision Impact Aid. And I can give you a great discount off this product, $20 off using the code Harry20. I'll leave this code a couple of times throughout this video for you to remember, and I'll also leave the links to the product in the description below. So let's jump right into the first move, which is all to do with hinging the wrist correctly. What this product allows me to do is when I hinge my wrist into the top of the swing, you heard those clicks just there, it allows me to get the correct amount of hinge, making my way up to the top of the swing. But more importantly, as we make our way into the downswing, the crucial part of the downswing, where we want to hold this wrist angle taking place, it allows me to do one thing in particular, and that is holding this angle all the way through to impact. So fast forwarding this now, using two hands onto the golf club, turning down into the golf ball, look how far ahead my hands are just from using this training aid here. I've hinged my way up to the top. I've maintained this wrist angle here, hinged even more so, just to exaggerate things into the downswing. You heard that click there. I can't get my trail wrist out of that position now. So for any flippers of the golf ball or whoever sees that trail wrist extension taking place in the downswing, the club going too far on the outside, this is perfect if you're trying to eliminate that straight away. So as soon as I make my way up to the very top of the golf swing, all I'm feeling here is just holding this angle. So I'm going to allow my hands to fall down towards the toes on my trail foot here, just because it allows me to get into a great delivery position with the club. But have a look at this here. If I was just to draw a line from where my hands are and going straight down towards the ground, and we have a look at where the club is obviously working behind this line. Same thing as we make our way to impact. If we were just to keep moving all the way through, having a look at a line from the hands directly towards the ground now, that same angle has been maintained. So then as I begin to apply the next step, which is applying the rotation, I can keep this angle here. Having a look, if we were to draw a line there from the hands towards the ground again, you can see there, hands are massively ahead of the club face. Very, very much so exaggerated, but when we start to make some fuller swings later on, it will work out perfectly, where we start to see those hands ever so slightly more ahead of the club face. So taking the training aid off just to show you the second move to begin with, where golfers will be able to set their wrist correctly in the backswing, and as they make their way into the downswing, what happens is once they try and get this wrist setting to take place, they forget one thing. They forget the other key move for the downswing, which is rotation. So the rotation of the downswing can be simplified by thinking of what the lead shoulder and the lead hip are doing. And you'll notice this with the best players in the world. They'll make the way to start this downswing by, yes, of course, rotating and starting the downswing from the lower body, but there's two things that will take place. This lead hip will start to move away from the golf ball as this lead shoulder begins to move on this upward motion here. So what I want you to do is simply take the club and place it across your shoulders, making sure that the butt end of the club is facing towards your target. As you set up to the golf ball and rotate up to the very top of the golf swing, you want to be trying to get this butt end of the club to point on the same line as your foot and the target line here. So pretty much a foot past the golf ball. That would be perfect. If you can't quite get to that point, that is absolutely fine. Just turn as much as you can to a point that still feels comfortable, of course. Once you're in this top of the backswing position for the downswing, I want you to think the left hip rotates to the wall behind you as this lead shoulder lifts up. Imagine someone's got hold of your left pocket here and they're pulling that pocket behind and away from the golf ball, not shifting forwards, because this causes us to then lean backwards and probably hit the ground first. We want to feel like someone's dragging that pocket further away from that golf ball, at the same time getting this butt end of the club to point upwards. What does that do to my lead shoulder? It forces my lead shoulder to move upwards on this upward motion, keeping this 45-degree angle of my spine angle throughout the golf swing. And look at that, my trail wrist here is still hinged at the moment of impact. Really, really exaggerating this, obviously, for the purpose of the video. Precision impact back on my trail hand here. As I make my way into the top of the swing, I'm just rotating ensuring I've got that full turn. To start that downswing, we're keeping this angle of the wrist. The precision impact just makes it easy for you. You don't really have to worry about flipping the club because you physically can't from this point. Getting those hands to work down, and look at this, automatically I'm allowing my left hip now, because I've found that feel of pulling that left pocket away from the golf ball. That's allowing the club to stay behind the hand so naturally here into a great delivery position. And look at what my lead shoulder is doing as well. It's beginning to lift upwards. So at impact, very exaggerated again, but look at that. The best part about this is you don't even need a golf club. You could just literally practice this in the back garden at home. So if you are watching this on the big screen at home, stand up, give this a try. Left hand places onto the center of your chest. You're hinging and rotating up to the top of the swing. As you come down, you're allowing this hip to be pulled back as this lead shoulder lifts upwards. Look already. Straight into that impact position there, bang, straight into that position, setting of the wrist perfectly for those strikes to take place. And if you can relate to some of the faults outlined in this video, I'd highly recommend clicking that subscribe button, as it's completely free to do, and I've got lots more content, tips and drills coming out every single week to help improve these issues that you may have in your golf game. Putting the feels into practice then, just to begin with, hitting a couple of shots. First shot, really exaggerating this move from the top, feeling that hinge of the trail wrist, holding that angle and just rotating round. Let's make a swing and see how incredible this feels. So on that one there, that was a really pure strike. I just allowed my right forearm to rotate over a little bit too early, just to make contact with that golf ball. And that was just because my hips didn't rotate out the way enough. So let's hit another one, see if we can get just as pure a strike, just firing that hip out the way even more so, just to keep this club face under a little bit more control. Look at that, it's starting to come back closer to the target line there. Nice little draw, which is what I like to play with. Look at that one, working its way straight back down to the middle. Really felt like I could turn the hips a bit more on that one, really exaggerate that wrist hinge and hold that angle all the way through to finish. For anyone who is struggling out there at the moment with that flipping motion of the golf club that we see so many golfers do, where they cast outwards and allow those hands to come ahead of the golf ball at impact. This training aid, these two moves are perfect for you, because without these, you cannot strike the golf ball pure. So if you've come this far, be sure to check out the link for this product in the description below. Why not hit that subscribe button as well, as there's lots more content just like this coming your way. And be sure to check out this video over here if you're looking for more great tips just like this one.